Hey guys, what's up? Alec back with the daily stock market, and today we have the most favorite video on the channel. Every single week on Sunday, we bring to you 10 to 15 stocks that you should be watching for this week and this upcoming month. So hit the like button before this video even starts because you know it's going to be an absolute banger, and make sure you watch this video all the way through because there's going to be a lot of nuggets in this video specifically, especially because of the big dip going on in the market right now. This next week, Monday through Friday, and the week after that can be very green weeks here with this big dip, and the stimulus checks were approved over the weekend, which can be a huge thing and a huge catalyst to propel the market into a bull market. So if you guys are excited, comment below on what stocks you're personally looking out for before this video even starts, so we can kind of see if your stocks match up with the ones that I'm about to say on the list. And we're going to be talking about stocks that are down considerably, 30%, 40%, 50%, anything more than 30% is going to make the list. What stocks I'm personally looking out for and want to start building a position in also. Now, the eerie thing is that about 1 year ago exactly, the beginning of March is when we had that epic crash in the stock market of 2020. One of the biggest crashes ever, right? But the amazing thing is after that, we had one of the biggest bull runs in stock market history. You'll actually see I'm up 42%, about $10,000 in this last 365 days. But enough talk, just make sure you're subscribed and let's get right into the video. Okay, so the first one on the list is going to be Beyond Meat, ticker symbol BYND. It's down 28% from its all-time high. And whenever we talk about in this video, when we talk about percentages down, it's going to be from its all-time high. So 28% from its all-time high. And we're actually going to be going in order on the video, so you'll actually see the dips getting bigger and bigger from the all-time high as the video progresses. So, for example, it's going to start at like 20-30% down from its all-time high on these stocks. And the further we go in the video, you'll actually see some stocks being 40% down, 50% down, and then we'll end the video with the 60% down stocks. So at the same time, this video is stocks that are down 30% or more in order of the biggest falls. So starting with Beyond Meat, this is one of my favorite. I'll actually try to give them grades too, like an A+ or a D. And Beyond Meat's going to be an A. I would say this is an A right now at the price it's at, 138. Now, this one can go down to 120, 125. We've seen the support several times. See 126, 126, and then it shoots up, goes down to 125, 135. So anywhere between 125 and 135, 138 is even a buy for me for long term. You can even swing trade this one, as you see, up to like 160, 170. Even 190 is a good swing trade for this one, especially if it goes up quickly. So if it goes from 130 to 190 very quickly in a few months, 1 to 2 months, you might want to exit about 50% of your position or more because Beyond Meat swings up and down very frequently. So down 28% from its all-time high, we rated an A on this video at the current price it's at. Okay, so the next one on the list is going to be Tattooed Chef, which is a great company for a long-term hold. Also down about 32% from its all-time high. And overall, I would say that this one is going to be an A as well. So we're rating this one an A. It's a buy anywhere between $15 to $20, in my opinion. That's where I'm going to be buying. And I'll be loving if it goes down a little bit more, even though I think next week will be a green week for a lot of different stocks, especially all the ones that we're talking about on this list. The stimulus did get approved, and what happens every time the stimulus gets approved, guys, we see a huge bull run. That's actually what caused the market to rally so hard this year, like we talked about earlier in the video. So if you guys need help or want to get on my list, reach out to me in the DMs, and I'll be more than happy to take you to the next level and help you get a little bit more experience, especially if you're a beginner. I know it's hard because you typically have no one to turn to or talk to. You can also DM me daily for advice on specific stocks. So I'm like your second pair of eyes, your second voice too. All right, guys. So remember, these dips are going to progressively get bigger and bigger throughout the video. So next we have Tesla, and it's down 32% from its all-time high, guys, which is a huge percentage drop. It's going to be an A as well. This one's an A. So if you are out there and you're wondering what stocks to buy coming into the next week, I would go with the A's or the B's, because there is going to be some on this list that are higher risk. And just because they're higher risk or haven't really proven their sales or their revenue, or there's a lot of hype behind them, they're going to be lower on the rating scale. Tesla, Tattoo Chef, Beyond Meat, they have proven themselves. The revenue's great. Their balance sheets look great. Their income statements. So you want to look at all these things. And a lot of the stocks, like I'll just say it, like CCIV, for example, they haven't proven a lot of the things yet on their balance sheet, their income statements, to actually pose their valuation to match their stock price. So you want to look at valuations. I know that the stock market got away from looking at valuations for a little bit, and valuations didn't really matter to the stock market. But I think that it's going to have a huge role in these comeback stories, the valuations, because the ones that don't have the valuations that match the stock price, they probably won't come back as hard as some of these other ones that I'm giving the A's to on this list. So that brings up Tesla. It's below $600, guys, and anytime it's below $700, I think it is personally a buy, down 32%. This is an A. I'm going to be buying anywhere from $400 to $600. And I mean, it can go as low as $450, $500 a share. I don't know if it will, just because we already had the stimulus pass, and this next week will really depend. And I think it'll gauge it really well on how the stock market's going to bounce back throughout the next few weeks. So this upcoming week, Monday through Friday, is going to be a big teller on how the stock market's going to be playing out. Okay, so the next one to make the list is going to be iClean, and it's down 32% from its all-time high, guys, which is a huge, huge drop for an ETF. It's the only ETF to make this list. And ARK, by the way, you probably are wondering about that. It's down only 24%, so it didn't really make the list. I would give ARK a B or an A, and I'm also going to give iClean a or a B, probably more towards a B, just because they are an ETF and they probably don't have as much growth as the other stocks we're talking about. And another reason I'm giving it a B is because they've had most of their exponential growth in just the last year or so. But the thing is, so has Tesla. Tesla has actually proven it with the numbers in the balance sheet, though, to match the valuation. So we'll give iClean a B, and I'm going to be buying this one anywhere between $15 and $25. As far as a long-term hold, that's pretty much the only time you should be buying ETFs, by the way, is if you plan to hold it for a long term. Okay, so the next one on the list is going to be NIO, down 38% from its all-time high. So remember, these dips are getting bigger and bigger as we go on. NIO's a great stock. I think it can bounce back easily to $40. $50 a share is going to be very easy for NIO in the short to midterm. So if you're looking for a swing trade, NIO to 50, 55 is going to be realistic. And I think even long term, it can bounce back to like 60 and make new all-time highs too. So definitely have NIO on your list. I'm going to rate this one probably a B, just because it poses a little bit more risk than the other ones we talked about on this list. And I'm going to be buying anywhere from $30 to $40. I'll probably even be buying around 41, 42 in that range also on NIO. Okay, so the next one we have up is Zoom. It's down 40%, guys, from its all-time high. Keep that in mind. That's a huge, huge percentage gain loss for a stock like Zoom. It's a huge stock, and remember, the all-time high was around $568. So, guys, in my opinion, we're going to be rating Zoom a B, maybe a B minus, just because it really took off in this time frame, because of the shutdown and everyone staying inside and businesses shutting during the whole lockdown we had. So the valuation did skyrocket, and I think there is a space for Zoom, obviously, for long term in the market, because a lot of businesses are now only doing Zoom calls, and Zoom is still more popular than ever. So I think it still will have a bounce back, and I think for this one to go to 450 to 500 is very, very realistic for the short to midterm. And I think long term that this one can probably even be breaking new all-time highs. And remember, it's down 40% in the last month. So all of these are probably pretty good swing trades, but a lot of these are going to be great long-term holds also. Okay, so the next one on the list is going to be Hims, and it's down 43% from its all-time high, guys, which was absolutely huge. And Kathy Woods was buying towards an all-time high, and she actually is really what made it spike like this. So I think that this one can more belongs around like the $15 to $20 range in the short to midterm. So if you're looking for a swing trade, I think it can get to $15 to $20 again very easily, and that'll be a nice gainer on the stock if it does go to $15 to $20. Remember, the all-time high was right around $24, so I think that's going to take a longer time to get to. And if you're a long-term trader, this is probably a good one to hold too, because it can be disruptive in the healthcare industry. You might want to look into it a little bit more, but typically they'll like mail stuff instead of like going to your doctor and having an awkward conversation about like balding or something like that. They just do it all online and they send you the medication via mail. So it's definitely a good one to look into. Kathy Wood bought a lot of it also, and I'm going to be buying this one anywhere from $12 all the way up to $15 a share. I think that's a fair price point for it, but I won't be buying over $15 as of right now. Okay, and the next one on the list is Chargepoint. It's down 43% from its all-time high, which is a huge percentage drop to be very aware of, because this is a great company. I personally drive a Tesla, if you guys didn't know, and I use Chargepoint chargers all the time. They're actually the most abundant chargers, at least in California, where I'm at in Orange County. They're the ones I see everywhere all the time. So in my opinion, I do believe in this stock for long-term growth. But the good thing is, even in the short term, I'm sure you can swing trade this one up and get some good swing trade and short-term potential also. In my opinion, I want to be buying anything under $30 for Chargepoint. I think it's a fair deal, and I think it is possible to see this one back at new all-time highs. I'll give this one a B on the scale, just because it's not as proven as the other ones are, but it does have a bright future, and I think it can go places also. Okay, so next up we have Crispr. It's down 45% from its all-time high, guys, which is absolutely bonkers. Everything from now on is going to be more than 45%, and then the next few ones are going to be 50 and 60, so watch out for those. And if you can guess below which one you are, pause the video and guess which stocks it is below in the comments that are down 60%. Let's see if you know. Now, Crispr is a great one. Kathy Woods is big on Crispr. I think she owns, actually, you can look it up, she owns like 20% of the whole company as far as the market shares are concerned. So Kathy Woods is huge on Crispr, and it's in the genomic space, so this is definitely a long-term hold, and I think it could go past new all-time highs in the long term. This can be like a $400 stock 5 years from now, but this is definitely a super, super long-term hold. And if you guys didn't know, Kathy Woods, everything she does is really long-term. She plans on holding everything for like 3 to 5 years or even 10 years on some of her positions too. So if you ever see her getting into a stock or hear me saying that Kathy Woods is buying this one, know that it's meant to be hold for 3 to 5 years. But obviously you can see some short-term gains coming from this stock, especially because of the dip going on and it being down 45%. So there's a swing trade possible in this one, obviously, yes. But I think majority of the gains from this one will be coming in long term. So overall, I'll give this one like a C, C+, just because it offers more risk. But I'll give it probably closer to a C+ or a B-, just because it has great long-term growth. And genomics, it's in the genomics sector, and that I think that can be a very big sector in the future too. I'll probably be buying anywhere from $110 all the way up to $125 for long term. I already have a pretty big position on this one, so I probably won't be adding too much more. Okay, so the next one is Riot, down 48% from its all-time high, boys. So that's going to be huge, 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 huge. Now, remember, this one is following cryptocurrencies and Bitcoin. So we did see Bitcoin doing a little bit better this weekend. So this one can open in the pre-market green. And if it does open green, you might want to ride the momentum, maybe with an option. Could be a good idea. Just be careful. This one does offer a lot of risk. That's why I'm going to be rating it a C-. So now you can actually see that we're Not doing A's on on all of these, even though I am currently buying into all of them. The thing is, I like to spread my risk out. Majority of the time, probably 60 to 70% of the time, I invest in safe stocks that are more towards like the A plus, B side of things. But other times, you have to step down to the C's and the D's because you do got to risk it to get the biscuit. And there is a lot of high risk stocks that are very good growth stocks and great growth potential that I see in the market right now too. Now, that being said, you don't want to have 60% or even 50% of your portfolio in these high risk stocks. That's a mistake. Keep in mind, I only do about 10% of my money in these high risk sort of stocks that are under a C, in my opinion. So Riot blockchain, I'm probably going to be buying anywhere from $30 all the way to $50 and riding it all the way up to new all-time highs. I think that Bitcoin can possibly explode in the next month to 2 months to 3 months. So if you want a full video on that, make sure you comment below. Let me know if you want to see a crypto video every now and again, or if you just want all stocks. And I do my best to throw in Bitcoin and Litecoin and Ethereum updates on every few videos towards the end of the videos too. All right, guys, next one is Gnog, down 48% from its all-time high, which was not even that long ago, about 3-4 months ago too. This one does offer a little bit more risk, and it looks like a popular support is right around $11. You see it hit twice before, so I'll like to be buying this one anywhere from $10 to $14 a share, and I like to be holding it and swing trading it. This is more of a swing trade to like $15 to $20 a share, in my opinion. This one's going to be like a C minus just because it offers so much risk, in my opinion. And I probably would have gave it a D or maybe even a little bit lower, but online gaming is a great sector to be in. And if you want to be diversified a little bit more in that sector, this is a good one, especially if you have a tolerance to risk. Next one up is Lemonade, down 49% from its all-time high. 49% from its all-time high, guys. That's absolutely bonkers because Lemonade is a huge growth company that I think is one of the better ones on this list. And Lemonade is a huge disruptor in the insurance industry. I personally get my insurance through them as far as renter's insurance goes. Renter's insurance is very easy through Lemonade. So I think that this is going to be a huge one in the future, especially geared towards millennials and the younger generation. Obviously, older people aren't going to be doing like all their insurance like online and through an app and all that stuff. But I think that this is a great swing trade, but I think it's a better long-term hold. And I'd be buying this one anything under $100, in my opinion, is a buy for this one. And I think it can easily go to new all-time highs again, especially if you're willing to hold for long-term. This one's going to be a B plus to an A, in my opinion. All right, so the next one on the list we're going to be talking about is Fastly, ticker symbol FSLY. And look at that. It's the epitome of a swing trade. Look how many times it has hit this support of 78 to 65. I've seen it go as low as $63 before. And it's right at that support right now. So I think that this is a great swing trade opportunity if you're more of a short to midterm trader. This is definitely going to be the stock for you. You can buy at 65 and easily ride this one back up to $100 or more. We've even seen it go as high as 128 at some points too. I'll probably let go of profits on this one just as a swing trade from 65 to 100. But there's long-term potential in this one also. Kathy Woods owns a good amount of this one. And I would say Fastly's going to be probably a B or a B plus, just because it does offer some risk, but not as much as the other ones that got lower grades, the risk on those. Now, Sndl, guys, you know we had to put it on the list because I know all you guys love the dollar stocks, the stocks that are dollars, penny stocks, down 61%, guys. Wow, look at that. One of the biggest ones that's down right now. It's to $1.16. In my opinion, I'll love to be buying between 90 cents and $1.15 and swing trading this puppy back up to $2. Now it can go to $2.50. It can go to $3, but I'll be taking majority of my profits right at about $2, especially if I buy closer to 90 cents. Now, in my opinion, this one can get as low as 80 cents or even 59 cents is a support. 56 cents is a nice support here too. So guys, this is going to be probably getting a lower grade just because of the risk that's involved. It is a stock that can continue to go down because it doesn't have that much value in my opinion. It's more of a hype stock and it ran up on hype. So this one's probably going to be getting like a D or a D minus probably. But the good thing is with high risk comes high reward. And I know a lot of you guys like the high risk stocks and the dollar and penny stocks. So I will do a better job of including that more frequently. But I'll give you obviously the disclaimer that comes with the more high risker stocks. In my opinion, like I said, I like to do the safer stocks, but everyone has different investing strategies. So I'm just telling you how I see it. All right, guys. Now, the last one on the list, Xpeng is down 61% from its all-time high. Say it ain't so. How is Xpeng on the list? You know, from recent all-time highs, this year it's down only 48%. But from all-time highs, which this whole video is about, it's down 61%, guys. So this is a great stock, too, in my opinion. I think this can be a big player in the China EV space. I think it can be a number 2 or a number 3 spot compared to NIO and Tesla. I think it'll probably actually be a 3 or 4 spot because I think Tesla will probably be number 1 in China, NIO number 2, and then Li and Xpeng will either be 3 or 4. So this is going to be a long-term hold. It obviously does have swing trade potential just because it got beat down so hard, but I think majority of the gains will lie in the long term on Xpeng. I'm buying this one pretty heavy. I'm not going to lie right now. Under $30 I think is fair for Xpeng, especially right now, and I think we can easily swing trade this one up to 45 or higher. But long term is where, remember where the money is on this one. I think it can go to new all-time highs. I think that this one could double up, be a $50, $60 stock, but that's going to take some years, maybe 2, 3, 4 years to get Xpeng to that level once they start reporting more deliveries. And right now, I'll say this one's about a B minus. It offers some risk, but I think the reward is higher than the risk. And if you see they actually report earnings tomorrow, I don't know how they're really going to report. They're probably going to report negative again, obviously. But all we can hope is that they report better earnings than Q3. So guys, that is the video. I hope you really did enjoy it. Share it with a friend if you think that they can find some value in it. Make sure you are subscribed on YouTube. That's where you find these full-length videos with all my details and all my opinions. And it takes a long time to make these videos on Sunday. So if you guys can go ahead and just leave a thumbs up or a comment below, it does go a long way to show your appreciation. I know a lot of people are relaxing on Sundays and Saturdays, but I'm over here making videos for you guys so I can help you guys and so you can understand how I look at the market and maybe a more experienced investor looks at the market too. And guys, the stimulus is approved, guys. The $1.9 trillion stimulus officially passed. So we will be getting $1,400 stimulus checks. So that is amazing. Everyone will be getting $1,400 stimulus checks if you're making under $75K a year. Dependents will qualify for the $1,400 also. But keep in mind, your mom or your dad or whoever files the taxes is going to be getting it. So a family of 5 could get $7,000, but they're getting that $1,400 because you are their dependent. So if you have a good relationship with your mom or dad, just talk to them and tell them what's up, and I'm sure that they'll give you the $1,400 because it's because of you. And the checks could come out as soon as March 20th or early April. No boost to minimum wage, $300. So if you're on unemployment, you got a $300 weekly boost till September 6th, guys. And the first $10,000 of unemployment is tax-free. Feel free to pause the video here and read through it again if you want. But with that being said, don't spend your stimulus on anything dumb, drinking. And not that drinking is dumb, but there's a right way and a wrong way to do it. Don't go to the bar and buy $10, $15 drinks and buy drinks for your friends. What you're supposed to do is go to the liquor store and get a $20 bottle that has, 20, 30 shots in it, right? And then you pregame before the bar at your house, or even pour the liquor in the water bottle and, pull the waistband trick. Come on, guys. You have to start saving more money and not spending it on dumb things. and there's ways that you can get around some of this stuff and not have to spend $10, $50 on a drink. Also, don't be spending money on video games. I know a lot of you guys like to play video games and spend money on microtransactions and making sure your character looks cool and you have the best people and the best armor and the best this and the best that. That's not going to progress you further in life. You know, there's a video game, it's called life. So the game of life, you need to invest in the stock market, and more importantly, you need to invest in yourself. You need to bring yourself to the next level. So think of yourself as the video game character, and if you're spending more money on yourself and getting lessons and more advanced lectures, then you will be getting to the next level in the game called life. So if you do need help and if you are a beginner, I have an amazing training program that has helped over 600 people now, guys, and we have over 150 testimonials right on my Instagram page, right on the highlight. So click on Student Success. Feel free to read through these and see what people say about my program. You can even click on success number 2. These are more recent ones because we filled up a whole entire highlight. They didn't let us add any more to the highlight, so we had to make a second one. So feel free to read through these. And the thing is, we have some great opportunities coming up in the market. So if you were looking to get in the stock market, now is the time. With the dip going on, it's the best time to buy. The stimulus getting passed. Every time we see a stimulus getting passed, we see green, 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 green for weeks and weeks and months and months and months. So there's going to be a great buying opportunity in the next few weeks and a great holding opportunity for the next few months to make some money in the stock market. So guys, reach out to me. I'm going to be opening up my list tonight and tomorrow officially. So there's going to be no more wait list. You can just get right on the program and sign on the close friends list, because I want to make sure I help people out during the dip and when they are getting their stimulus money to put in the stock market too. So guys, make sure you're subscribed. With that being said, I'll see you in the next video. And remember, don't time the market, buy the market. Peace.